Chadwick Boseman's work will live on in films that will be watched for decades to come, but Boseman was as beloved a man off-screen as he was for his formidable on-screen talent. Following his death in August 2020, several celebrities described the last time they saw him, revealing just how palpable his absence is in Hollywood. During an appearance on the Tamron Hall Show in September 2020, Samuel L. Jackson opened up about Boseman, with whom he'd worked in two Marvel Cinematic Universe films, Avengers: Infinity War and Avengers: Endgame, revealing that Boseman's death was, quote, sudden for us all, because the actor had not shared his 2016 colon cancer diagnosis with his Marvel co-stars. Jackson told Hall how he had been planning for quite some time to work with Boseman and other actors on a project that was perhaps ill-fated due to scheduling conflicts. Jackson said, I was trying to remember the last time I had actually seen Chadwick. It was at the Captain Marvel premiere. We started talking about another project that I had hoped that we were going to work on, and he was like, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm not going to be there, but I wish we were going to work together. Jackson also spoke of the societal impact of Boseman's death, saying, you know, it's gut-wrenching to lose someone that's such an important part of the culture in terms of what he became to the world in terms of Black Panther. We all hope, when we work, that people remember things that we do. But he imprinted society in such a way and impacted, especially the Black culture, in giving kids a hero that they could aspire to. To lose him, it's devastating. In February 2021, Boseman's 21 Bridges co-star Sienna Miller opened up to the Sunday Times Culture magazine about their final goodbye, saying, in reflection, it felt like a real goodbye, and I remember being really moved, but also really confused. He had tears in his eyes. I felt it was the sweetest thing ever, and I never saw him again. While Miller didn't have an inkling about Boseman dealing with late-stage colon cancer, she revealed that he went to battle for her during salary negotiations, telling Empire that he had reduced his own salary for 21 Bridges so she would be fairly compensated for her work. She said, it was about the most astounding thing that I've experienced. That kind of thing just doesn't happen. Boseman said, you're getting paid what you deserve and what you're worth. It's just unfathomable to imagine another man in that town behaving that graciously or respectfully. In the aftermath of this, I've told other male actor friends of mine that story, and they all go very, very quiet and go home and probably have to sit and think about things for a while. Chadwick Boseman's Marshall co-star, Josh Gad, took to Twitter to share one of the last texts he received from his dear friend, asking his followers to, quote, take this in and celebrate life. Gad wrote, he knew how precious every moment was. Tonight, the heavens received one of its most powerful angels. Boseman's text to Gad read, if you are in Los Angeles, you woke up this morning to the rare and peaceful sound of a steady precipitation. If you're like me, maybe you looked at the week's forecast and found that it's supposed to rain for 3 straight days. Not without breaks of sunlight and reprieves of moist gloom. But now that the rain has stopped and today's storm has cleared, I urge you to go outside and take a deep breath. Boseman went on to encourage his friend to immerse himself in clarity and simplicity, saying, notice how fresh the air is right now. After our skies have had a 3-week break from the usual relentless barrage of fumes from bumper-to-bumper LA commuters, inhale and exhale this moment. Angela Bassett, Boseman's on-screen mother in Black Panther, served as an inspiration to him long before he had made it big in Hollywood. Bassett posted a tribute to Boseman on Instagram following his death, and she revealed a relatively unknown bond the two shared. The post read, it was meant to be for Chadwick and me to be connected, for us to be family. But what many don't know is our story began long before his historic turn as Black Panther. During the premiere party for Black Panther, Chadwick reminded me of something. He whispered that when I received my honorary degree from Howard University, his alma mater, he was the student assigned to escort me that day. And here we were, years later as friends and colleagues, enjoying the most glorious night ever.
And I was just so blown away. I couldn't believe that he held that back from me.
Another one of Boseman's 21 Bridges co-stars, Taylor Kitsch, revealed on Instagram that his last few moments with Boseman were filled with laughter, writing, Our last few moments we joked and said we gotta do something together, maybe more than one scene. I told him I'd love nothing more and I'll hold him to it. I look back and I'm grateful for the time we had. The laughs, chatting about the work, how I'd rib him to go get some rest. Something tells me you'll be busy for a long time. He just flashed that ridiculous smile and with only his grace, just nodded. He truly was one of the good ones. Kitsch also revealed that he'd agreed to do the film in order to work with Boseman, adding, "Getting to know him throughout the shoot off-screen is where he truly shined. He was gracious and genuine, truly listened, cared, and not a false bone in his body. He would constantly check in and see if there was anything he could do throughout the shoot to facilitate, all without motive, just there to help." Following Boseman's death, former President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama both shared tributes on social media, during which they recalled his visit with 80 high school and college students at the White House's screening of his 2013 film about Jackie Robinson, 42. Barack quote-tweeted Boseman's post about their last 2016 meeting with, "You could tell right away that he was blessed, to be young, gifted, and Black, to use that power to give them heroes to look up to do it all while in pain. What a use of his years." On Instagram, Michelle remembered his White House appearance, writing, "I saw that Chadwick's brilliance on screen was matched by a warmth and sincerity in person. There's a reason he could play Jackie Robinson, Thurgood Marshall, and King T'Challa with such captivating depth and honesty. He too belongs right there with them as a hero. For Black kids and for all of our kids."